Hello, my amazing, beautiful, wonderful soul tribe. Thank you for joining me today. Bear with me while I grab my water and my pencil. Um, you know, beautiful today here in upstate New York. So we're trying to enjoy the outside while we can. You get to hear the fun little crick or creak in the back of our house. And I hope this stand doesn't fall over. So if you guys can hear me, please let me know in the comments that you can hear me and see me. That would be greatly appreciated. Show up on StreamYard. Okay. Hi, Joanne. How are you? I miss you so much. So much. You're incredible. You want to hop on here and be my little co-guest for the day? You could be. Could be your lucky day since you're the first one here. Let me see if it'll let me. Bear with me 1 second. And if you like it, I sent you the link. Hi, guys. Hi, Christina. Hi, Anna. No, you can join me. Anna, how are you doing? How are you feeling since you're back? Christina is a GO3er. We got our other GO2ers on here. How cool and exciting is that? So I'm gonna, it's all right. I'm kind of in PJs too. I'm still in, they're not PJs, but they're comfy clothes. But who cares? This is how I'm showing up today, right? But yeah, so I guess I am here for any questions, kind of Q&A. I've had all kinds of random questions coming through lately, so I'm like, well, maybe I should just hop on a live and see if I can answer some of them. And I'm just praying that my stand that holds my phone doesn't like blow away. So in the event that you see it's like, whoa, just know that's what happened. So what can I share with you guys since I've been back home before we get some questions? And I'm open to any kind of question. So it could be energy, it could be spiritual, it could be about me. I don't care. But well, I can say I came back home from this beautiful GO2 workshop, and I lost my voice after that. That was kind of fun. Not. But at least now it's better. Still a little crackly here and there, but I'm good. And I think that's what happens when, you're kind of doing all this energy work with so many different people in one space, in one place. And for all of you that are on here right now, I know you do energy work. So just keep that in mind. It's just, sometimes it's like, all right, it's time to relax and take a break. And the universe lets you kind of do that. Just see if there's other comments, because sometimes they come through and I'm like, so we have the pink moon coming up. That's exciting. I know that Fatu is going to do this amazing, I believe, healing and channeling session then. Yeah. Still in your PJs. You crack me up. And so what should I talk about, right? So while I'm waiting for you guys to have questions, definitely feel free to say hi. And maybe you can give me one word on how all of you are feeling today. Are you feeling excited? Are you feeling tired? Are you feeling peaceful? Are you feeling full of joy? What's kind of going on and resonating for you today or right in this moment? I love to kind of touch in with how people are feeling, seeing like if there's some consistencies and themes across the different groups that I'm connected with, or if it's just kind of like a one off. Um, for me, there's been a lot of like housekeeping stuff, like organization, getting things ready, preparing. I think when I was in Colorado, many WGO tour, I've been kind of making traction slow and steady. But I realized that I was like, wow, I need to go all in. So I was going in, but not all the way in. And I think even for Oliver, it was a good reminder just, where you have Mandy and him as this good feminine and masculine balance. But in your life, right, there's time when it's that high masculine where it is that creation, it is that creativeness coming through, and you're pushing and you're leaning in and you're putting all your effort. Like Oliver is all over the place right now during Mandy's book launch, and if you didn't get her book, you definitely should, all of you. Here, 1 second, don't go anywhere, I'm going to get the dang book. God willing that this doesn't fly away. Hold on. I'm back. So her book is called The 8 Secrets of Powerful Manifestation. Hi, Lex. So if you haven't got it, you definitely should. An amazing book, an amazing read, so powerful. But the way I've witnessed Oliver be supportive, but also energetically present and pursuing every avenue to make this a huge success, I'm like, wow, I really need to step my game up. So I think I came home from Colorado with all you amazing geo tours, just remembering like, wow, there's more that I could be doing right now, and not to say what I was doing wasn't enough, just that now I think I'm ready to take things to the next level. And in doing that, I've been contemplating my basically my in-person event. I believe that I have settled that Ashley and I are going to do it together. Hi, Kiki. And all of you, hi, Bree. And all of you, feel free to, if you want to put a word in there on how you're feeling right now, that would be good and great. Hi, Cindy. And I'm open to any questions right now. I'm just kind of talking about where I'm at, and what I'm doing like for the next steps going forward. Bear with me. My niece wants to. Sorry about that. The kiddos are here too. But so taking my business to the next level, I want to just level it up. So I believe I'm going to do a 90-day event, and as a DNA activator that also does ancestral karmic stuff. I have Ashley, who is the ancestral activator. So I think that is going to be my next level in-person VIP 90-day event. So, and I think where I got the idea was that we all want to, whether you do energy work or not, to tap into our untapped potential, right? We all want to be limitless. And considering so much, hi, Miss, so much DNA in our body is dormant and not being active, I really think that there's a space in place right now to help everybody activate their DNA, especially the dormant DNA and DNA that they're not using, and then cleanse and clear their current DNA. So, as a DNA activator, I really think there's a next level for that. And then combining that with releasing any ancestral and karmic stuff, right? Don't you want to get rid of those karmic things that they keep coming up, popping up over and over and over and over again, right? So I think this will be a beautiful experience. It'll be, in person, say probably 4 or 5 days in person. We're deciding between Miami and Bermuda. You can feel free to comment on which area or location you'd prefer. And yeah, so I think that's what I'm thinking. But if any of you have thoughts and suggestions on what would be good for you or what you could use as you're leveling up and stepping up and building your energetic containers. You're building your frequency, you're becoming more whole, you're leaning into all of your authentic self. Then feel free to either send me a message, comment here. Definitely looking for your oh, and I'm glad you loved my summit. I do need to share that and get that out with you. I got to work with ClickFunnels to practice that. Here, Kobe, you want to say hi to the world? Um, this is Kobe. Say hi, Kobe. Oh man, here you can get it. So I am gonna probably release that for each of the 17 videos for the summit. And okay, I'll let you inside. Give me 1 second. And then I'm going to, I know that we had decided we were going to do a second summit, and it was actually going to be for hands-on healers. Hey, Gay, how are you? For healers, not just hands-on healers, but everybody would kind of actually be practicing the healing modalities. But instead of doing one full day, we're going to break it up in 2 days. So I do want to pick the dates for that. I should probably have those out in the next week or two. I am leaving on Friday to go to the Outer Banks, North Carolina, for a beautiful family vacation and my oldest son's birthday. So we get to celebrate in the place that we went for family vacation with my mom, the only place we had ever taken a family vacation. So I'm really excited for that, and such a blessing. My sister Jessica's pregnant and having a baby. My sister Chelsea's engaged and going to get married. My son is having this huge monumental birthday. And we all get to actually be, and my sister Jamie was pregnant the last time she was there with my mom, so it's going to be exciting. But I digress. That all of this, I think I should have out then. So does anybody have questions for me? So Joanne says, feeling funky this week. In Fatu's meditation healing back in Colorado, she mentioned my higher self activated. Thank you, a transmuter gift. Thank you, Jesus. And I honestly think I'm experiencing that right now, simply because I'm feeling funky energy that I think isn't mine, or I'm absorbing and I'm not clearing enough. Curious to know if it's possible to absorb energy from those that aren't physically near me, but that I'm connected to somehow. Geo classmates. So, Joanne, you hit the nail on the head there. That is a question, because you have to remember everyone is so connected to you, right? When we talk about those energetic cords, when you cut them, you're cleansing and clearing them. But everybody else in our class and in these cohorts, they are energetically connected to you, and they have cords to you inevitably. So as you guys are growing and you're part of each other's puzzle piece, absolutely, you are definitely going to be feeling and experiencing that. And I think that was the same thing for me. And there'll be days I'm like, wow, people must be going through intense stuff right now, and have to kind of dissect where I believe that is coming from. Thank you, Joey. And so, yes, that is definitely a fact. You're definitely transmuting it. And it is interesting because for a lot of you guys in GO2 in the beginning, the first day I was there, I had this strange feeling, and I just felt out of place, very disconnected, what am I doing here? All of these feelings that none of them were mine. And when I'm there, I never feel like that. I feel so connected to everybody. You do see the moon, isn't it beautiful? And I feel so connected to everybody. So what I had realized a few days going in, when I kind of understood the tone and the themes of the group, was that, guess what? A lot of people were feeling that coming into GO2. And so it was I was embodying everybody's feelings, and they weren't my own. And it's not often, hello, beautiful Kay, how are you? So that happens. And then as I got home, I had some of these doubts popping up, about my gifts, about healings and how strong they were, or potent they could be, or maybe not. And guess what? I'm like, this is not me. What is going on here? Did they take my gifts? And all of this is another theme that was kind of popping up even for us GO3ers. So it's interesting that is the same theme that a lot of people were feeling as they were coming out of GO2. They just had this amazing high, but then now they have this integration. So yeah, 1,000%. Hey, sister. Say hey, mommy. She hopped on live. Um, so yeah, it's like, you want to go with Uncle Brian? Uncle Brian, you want to go inside? Uncle Brian, can you let her inside, please? Thank you. So yes, the answer is absolutely yes. Oh, Kiki, we're in your head. So that's what happens when you embody it. That, and I had to like check myself. All right, Molly can stay out for a minute. I had to check myself on the. Hi, babe. How are you? See, and that's what I'm saying, Joanne. We were all kind of connected and sharing these threads of thoughts and sentiments. So, what I want you to understand and know too is the beauty is that you have 16 seconds to change your thoughts. So, you have a thought that maybe is not serving or negative or disharmonious or just doesn't feel good, but it's a thought, right? So, you're like, okay, it's here. I'm acknowledging it. Maybe, as Mandy says, get curious, explore it, lean in, or kind of, just get curious about why it's coming up. But also, in that time, change the thought. Like, no, that's not true. This is not reality, and this doesn't have to be true for me, right? So, and then when you're actually able to kind of switch that and transition it, and even if you can't do it that quick, know that this our collective energy is also going to come together to work together to make things stronger and better and more powerful and to help everybody else overcome those thoughts. And for those of you on here that maybe you haven't done geo, or you're just, you're into spirituality, or you're into energetic work, or you just want to be your best selves, um know that for you, you are part of this collective, even if you're just connected to me. So that means you're going to be connected to all these other people. So if you have days where you're feeling doubt or doubtful, check in and ask, is this yours? Is this how I feel? Are these my feelings? For those of you that are empaths or transmuters, you kind of take in the energy, the good and the bad and the ugly and the pain of the world, right? But you're transmuting it and you're cleansing it. Sometimes it won't even be your. So coming to GO2 for the first 2 days, I was like, why is this? Like, I even called my soul sister, my Wonder Twin, like, hey, I don't know what's going on right now. I'm like, I feel so different. I'm like, maybe I'm just missing all you guys be here. But then I finally realized, wow, this isn't mine. These aren't my feelings. I'm just experiencing what everybody else is feeling. So then when those thoughts come, what do? Send love bubbles, send healing energy, send just pure love to it, and then shift that. Does that make sense? And Kiki, you've been feeling the same way, huh, sis? Any other questions for me? Channeling questions, energy questions, shits and giggle questions. And Joey, I'm so happy you're in Sedona. I'm so jealous. I wish I was there. She said, well, it's my own feelings. Okay. Well, and that's okay too, right? That they are your feelings. And guess what? A lot of us are feeling them, those sentiments. And then we're also here to support you on those days and those times and those moments where maybe you don't feel as potent or as powerful or as trusting, right? The doubt comes in, even for the veterans of healings. I know many people, we heal, 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 heal. And there'll be times that these doubts come in and you question so it's very normal. And the whole thing is you just keep on keeping on. And then more things or experiences will come to help you validate the good work that you're already doing. It will, definitely. And even when we just talked about that in our pod meeting, right? Kiki, you had said about how the chick, you didn't want to say something and then it got validated because that was true. So that is kind of your way, you're knowing, and it's coming through and it's being beautiful and powerful. And if that can happen for you, your healings are definitely powerful. Is the best way for me to move forward, doing more healings or having more healings on myself? Kate asked a great question. So I would say that is both. You should definitely be doing healings on yourself. all the time, as often as you can. But I would also encourage you to have healings done on you or to partake in them and participate, because you're then experiencing different energetic frequencies and different potencies. So know that you want to do both. Okay, that's the long and short of it. You want to do both, because when you're experiencing other people's energies, things are going to come up for you or be released based on the potency where that healer is at. And you are going to heal yourself based on the potency or the energetic frequency on where you are at, right? So you may have to do it for longer periods of time or shorter periods of time. So they may be more potent for yourself, but also you're going to experience something different from other healers. So I would definitely encourage you to definitely get other healings done. And Joanne said, well, what I love about your suggestion is I can tap into that and help by raising the vibe for the collective. Absolutely. And that's part of our job, right? We all get to tap into that and help raise the vibe of the collective. You know, we do have this harmonious energy that's trying to prevent all these light workers from coming together and to prevent us from being creating strength in numbers and healing ourselves and being whole and letting go of our ego and knowing that we are all worthy of unconditional love and that we can give unconditional love to the world without sacrificing ourselves. We don't have to die for this. We can live for this. And that's so beautiful. Yeah. All is well, Gary. Any questions you got? Life, future, past, present? Hmm. Who else has some other questions for me? The moon looks so amazing right now. When my niece said that, she wasn't kidding. It's really beautiful. How can I have the most success in my business? That's what Lexi asked. The most success in your business. First things first, my love, you need to define what success means to you, right? Because you have multiple definitions of success. Some come from your belief system, some come from your family's belief systems, and some may be ancestral belief systems. So I would love for you to first start with defining success for you, right? And I think as we grow, our definition of success becomes different. And so I want you to tap into that first, because that is really what is going to support you. And the other piece is a lot of live videos, people seeing you in person, people hearing your voice, feeling your presence. So video is going to be amazing for you. Being in person with people is going to be amazing for you. So I would say those are some foundational pieces for you to be successful in your business. Um, and what else? So Spirit said, don't forget to be open to changes in the road. You may find that you're going to have a few pivot points coming up with your business and your business practice. So be open to that, because that'll give you some new doorways for your business and for your business practice. Does that make sense? And most success also, Lex, is going to include You putting yourself first. You putting yourself first. Not working when you're exhausted or tired, having good boundaries on that. Um, Being able to go with the flow when new changes or pivot points come. Um, because it feels like you're merging together. So there's going to be some new kind of bringing together of your different talents in ways that you didn't expect. So just to be open to that and embrace that. I think that'll really serve you. I hope that helps you, my love. Mandy, any messages coming through for me right now? In Asia, hi, Asia from the DIA. I'm getting back into meditation, but I seem to always be distracted. Any tips on meditation? So, yes. Mandy, I'm going to process yours, okay? So stay tuned because I'm just making sure that it comes with completeness. Beautiful, Lex. I'm glad that was helpful, sweetheart. Um, Natasha, any messages from my spirit guides? Also, that's getting that, but not listening to them. Some clarity, maybe. Okay, sure. So the tips for meditation, getting back into meditation. So I sense in the feeling that who needs moving meditations. So some people, you could namaste for hours and it is just brilliant and beautiful for you, right? Other people, it's impossible because the amount of energy that they have coming in and through their body in the downloads on a constant and consistent basis, even if you're unaware of your own spiritual gifts, that makes them impossible to sit for the most part and be still or be clear, right? So you may need a moving meditation. So a moving meditation, it would be dancing, singing, walking, hiking, qigong, any of those kind of moving meditations will really, really help you get clear and allow yourself to tap in. And have you ever do you do moving meditations like that, or Asia, or is your meditation expectation is for you to be sit still and quiet and clarity? And often use your tub for meditation. Hey, Tash. Hiking, yes, is a good moving meditation. But use your bathtub if you want to have a clear, say you're trying to meditate to tap in, to listen to your intuition and ask yourself some spirit direction, right? And you want some guidance, use your bathtub. Try that. First, just search on YouTube. Oh, 1111 hertz, 777, 888, some of the higher frequencies to help you kind of tap into that. And then try to get still, even if it's for 30 seconds or a minute. Often it's not the length of the time, it's the clarity and the potency in which you tap in. So I would tell you, you don't have to be just with no thoughts. And sometimes, too, if you really feel like you need a non-moving meditation for yourself, then I would tell you that you should probably try to allow the meditation practice to happen and observe whatever comes up for you. Literally, like if you are not the person, if you are just witnessing whatever thoughts are coming up for you, any thought at all that's coming up for you, and then when you're done, just kind of write them down. Just get curious, right? Explore, like, why am I having this thought? Why is it hard for me to calm down right now or to get clarity? You know? And often there's a book called The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. That really helped me lean into meditation. It helped me learn to feel the energy around my hands and my body. So that was a really good read for me. And I would say to use that. That should be helpful for you. I hope that makes sense, Asia. Let me know. Look, it says the coast is calling. You deserve a beach break. Explore oceanside escapes. I just got a little notice. The universe knows me all too well. So, Mandy, any messages for you? Well, we do know the job thing is on the horizon. So that's exciting. And you have nothing to be afraid of with the foster care situation. Nothing. Nothing to be afraid of. There's nothing set in stone. You get to set the boundaries. You get to make choices. You can decide the type of child, who, what, when, where, and why. So I know I keep saying this to you, but it keeps coming up for me to share that with you. So this is the time to be fearless, right? I tell everybody all this all the time. Faith over fear. That's the definition of courage. That doesn't mean fear is absent. It means you have faith to move forward with that. Okay? So, yes. Good. I'm glad that it keeps coming up because the universe is speaking to you. And sometimes I've learned that I have to really listen to the messages because sometimes I'm stubborn. Sometimes it takes me a few times for the signs to come for me to listen. And it's okay for you to have fear, right? Fear is okay to be there. It's just a matter of having faith over it, to be courageous, and you're going to come out on the other side better and bigger and brighter. Good, Asia. So dance your butt off. Meditate away, sis. It's going to be great for you. Yeah, so fear is one thing that it's okay to be there, but just know that I have complete faith for you that it's all going to work out perfectly for you. And for whoever is so lucky to be blessed to get to have you to share some love with, right? And the thing is, with foster care, it doesn't have to be permanent, but you could give some kid, some child, an ounce of love, even to know what that's like, maybe a hug, and you don't have to worry about passing down any parts of you or traits that you have or family stuff down to them, because that is the least of their worries. Sometimes you just give them a hug. Sometimes you could just tell them, I love you. Sometimes just being present for them is the best gift. So, yeah. Well, we've already had that. That already came up before. The love you seek is already seeking you. But you're also pulling yourself, you're kind of like Jenga. You're putting all your blocks nice and tall so you can build this really great tower and really great foundation. And then the most perfect person will come into your life, or two. We've talked about that. Um, so trust that's also forthcoming. Um, Something about, for you, Mandy, a yellow sheet of paper that came in the mail. Don't disregard it. You need to give it some attention. It's going to resolve itself, but you need to be mindful of it. I don't have any clarity on what the... Yeah. Yeah, so there's some yellow piece of paper that's important for you. It may have to do with work, it said, just to be mindful of it and give it some attention. And I forgot that you had mentioned you were working on your taxes yesterday. But they literally said this yellow, and I was trying to be quiet enough to kind of hear it. Sometimes I think I'm a little impatient. Like, just say what you got to say already. And because I don't hear them auditorily, I hear them kind of. Yeah, that yellow piece of paper is a big deal for you. So just give it attention. Pay attention to it, right? I'll be curious to know what that is. When you figure it out, you let me know, because they're definitely very, very clear about telling you that. Very, very clear on telling you that. So whatever that is, take heed. Doesn't mean it's a bad thing. It's just an important piece of paper, and you need to be mindful of it, whatever the action is required there. Okay? Joanne, you're cute. Let me just make sure. Kiki said, "Is there any guidance?" That is a great question, darling. Um, Spirit wants you to remove the amount of pressure you've put on yourself to heal your mom. Know that this is not your job. It is beautiful that you are the asset and the ally and this incredible healing vessel. But know that that in entirety is not your job. And you can support your mom 1,000%. You can work on her healings and do everything that you're doing already. But Spirit is asking you to release the pressure from your heart, from your head in this scenario. And I know that is the most difficult thing, because no matter what, that's your mother. And I can understand the importance of sickness with your mom. But no, the moment you release the outcome, the more that your heart is going to open and the more that your gifts are going to expand. Because you are not here just to serve your mom. You are here to serve humanity. You are here to serve the world. With your intellect, with your curiosity, with your questions, with your healing, with your presence, with your energy. So you need to give yourself permission to release that outcome. Just knowing that you are doing everything that you can possibly do and then some. Okay? And also, we talked about this already too, is the lump in the throat, right? And saying what you need to say. But actually, in that scenario, you don't have to tell them nothing. When you are ready, you will know to tell them, but you can also just be. And if the window of opportunity comes, it comes. And if they bite, they bite, meaning lean into you and want to do that with you. But if not, then keep it pushing, because they don't deserve you. And last but not least, confidence for you comes from doing. Confidence for most of us comes from doing. So you have to start just more doing. Less question, more just doing. And the confidence will come. The validation will come. You're going to have those days where you're not feeling confident, but the confirmations will come. I hope that helps you, my love. 555. Hi, Liz. How are you? Well, the specific person we had talked about was the throat chakra, right? But you still have this consistent tendency to not sometimes share your messages, and they come to you for a reason. So again, just practice how you're delivering the message, but deliver it regardless of how they take it. So there's times, like, I didn't step into this ever desiring to do medium work, right? To speak to people who have passed on or dead and talk to the living. For me, I used to think like, okay, those are very specific, special people who can do that and not me. So now that I understand that I can do that and do that, um, and can say that out loud in front of people without being like, oh my gosh, the people that know me are going to think I'm insane. I say all that to say is that I used to be afraid to like share the messages, right? But that is my job. God, Allah, Jah, Shiva, the universe, whatever you believe in, would not give you these messages if they weren't meant for you to share, as long as they are for love and light and for goodness. That's the caveat that we work in, and that's the caveat that you work in. So for your throat chakra, and to release that and to allow more energy to come in and flow, you're going to have to start speaking those truths and that information when you get it, because you are a wise one. You are almost what I would call is like a prophet. So one of my higher selves is like Muhammad. You know, I'm Muslim, like, but then when I read his story and understood, I'm like, okay. It took me time to come back and to remember all myself. But for you, I really want you to know you're going to have prophetic words for people. But this throat chakra is going to have to get cleared and cleansed. And you're going to have that faith and confidence to share those messages. Just it's how you say them. That's all. Like, how does this resonate with you? Have you ever experienced something like that? Or is it possible that this popped up for you? Right? Because you're not telling them that it has to be true. Now still do that to this day. There'll be random things that come through and I'm like, what could that even possibly mean? Or I can't say that. That sounds nuts. Or that's so intimate and sensitive. Like when you're dealing with things like sexual trauma or addiction, you know? And I've had people to be like, oh, how did you know I was an addict and used to do heroin? I'm like, well, this is what comes through, right? So when you do that without judgment, you fill it with love, it's going to be great for you. So it's twofold, sis, with your 555, baby. I hope that helps you. Love you. Joanne. Someone asked me what alien tribe I belong to, and I didn't know how to answer. Anything come through for this? Any special messages? So, girl, you already know that I'm not going to give alien origins on one of these lives, right? So, to understand your origins, whether if it's alien or not, is a very, very, it's sacred. I have multiple origins, and I'm learning more about them for myself. But I would tell you to ask yourself first what alien tribe you belong to and see what comes up for you. And then, because we do know that your beautiful, lovely starship was there, your home, your friends, um, and given my form or fear of aliens, which really are just higher light and love vibrational beings, I was like, nah, I don't want to hear about none of that. So just saying that I would get curious on what that means for you, and we can talk through that. Now, if you wanted to do a whole side session on, or and I take those very seriously, right? Because I know for me, had someone told me that in GO1 or GO2, I'd have been like, oh, hell no. Y'all are crazy. Because I wasn't ready for that. I just wasn't there. So, know, though, you are a very special starseed. A very special one. And so you know how when you ground yourself, right? And I tell you guys, imagine roots coming out of the bottom of your feet and going into the center of Mother Earth, wrapping around, coming back up as a tree of life. And then I also tell people, imagine roots coming from the top of your head, going to the solar system, the ethers, outer space, and then gravitating towards any planet and down to grounded into Mother Earth. Try that grounding experience and see what planets you resonate with and come up for you. You may find it very, very interesting. I love you though. Wow, you cut out right then. Oh man. So Liz said, I think we are all mixed. Well, that's probably true, sis. Um, and there's definitely different originations for different people. So absolutely. I love you too, my little Hawaiian alien. um, so Asia says, do you know the deity Kuan Yin? I've been told I can talk to her, but how should I do that? So that's funny because higher selves, people know that they usually hire me to do healings on them or to have channeled their higher selves for them. So my higher selves are Archangel Dionysus, the Divine Mother, a prophet like Muhammad, and Kuan Yin, because I am the most loving savage, right? So, and she was very, very motherly, but also a motherly savage, right? She would protect her family at all costs. And so you're asking, how should you do that? Well, first, it's going to sound very, very simple, but we drill this into your head all the time. Intention. The power of intention. The power of your intention to set it. So, say for example, you're in the bathtub, you're in the water with your crystals, and I tell you the tub or the shower because water is such a huge conduit for energy, especially for me. But for most people, that water is going to be really, really great for you, and to drink a lot of water at the same time. So, because that's going to flow through your energetic system as your body's processing and downloading information. So, set the intention that you want to communicate with Kuan Yin, and you want to tap into that Kuan Yin energy. And because they're fractal and their essences are vast, they can be at all spaces and places at all times, omnipresent, right? So I would tell you, if you want to talk to her, you're going to just set the intention when you lay down at nighttime or when you're meditating in the bath or when you're dancing, and then listen. And you may set the intention and have to do it a few days, depending on, how what your energetic potency is, how open your heart is, how much you've leaned into your spiritual gifts. I do work to help people activate their spiritual gifts. So if that's something that you're interested in, you could always book a session with me at savingmygrace.com. But simply intention. And then while you set the intention, also imagine yourself grounding yourself. Imagine roots coming out of your feet, imagine anchors coming out, digging into earth, however you ground yourself, right? And anchor that information into that moment in that time. So that power of intention, I think, is going to help bridge that gap for you to start that communication. So, and I want you to also know that, do you practice? So, can you answer for me, Asia, if you listen and communicate with your own spirit and intuition? Do you do that? Do you do like muscle testing? Do you ask your own self questions and wait for the answers to come? Can you tell me that in the comments below? And you guys can share this video. That would be amazing. Maybe other people need to hop on and hear it. So funny. My son is inside and my two nieces, and I'm on the deck, and there's a big window. Normally, we have a house, and they're everywhere, up, down, blah, blah, blah. My sister's salon is in the basement, and we have the main floor and the second floor, and then I live on the third floor. So it's so crazy because they literally all three are right by the window because I'm outside. But if I were to be in that house, they would be nowhere near me. It's hilarious. Hi, Fatu, my beautiful goddess. How are you and the Sias doing? Well, I didn't hear back from Asia, but if you do communicate and practice your intention, I would tell you to listen to the difference between I and we, knowing that the ego, um, awesome. I love that you're a window. Wonderful. Knowing that the ego will often say I, right? So that's not the voice you want to listen to. Like, I could have done that. I should have done that. That will be your ego, right? But your intuition, your spirit inside is going to say we, our, us, we can, we could, we should. All right. So just know to know the difference between your own intuition. And then also set the power to tap into that Kuan Yin energy. Okay. I hope that helps you. And I know it's basic and simple, but sometimes it really is that basic and simple. Okay, Latasha. Curious about moving meditation, or if I'm more of a be still person. LOL. Is there any way I should be doing more of? I'm having issues finding someone and sticking to it. I just want to learn so much and so much that I get overwhelmed and unmotivated to continue. I hear you, sis, right? Like, you have that beautiful, curious mind, and there is such a wealth of information, right? It's like, what can I learn now? What can I do for this? So understand June, right? I think next GO2. Um, but you already know, number one, you stuck with GO1 and you're getting through that. You already know that you have this huge capacity to heal. So, and practice energy. And if you just do one thing at a time, that's going to help you not to get distracted or to become unmotivated. You know, I know you're still here, so you definitely still have passion for Geo. So I would stick with that if I were you. And moving meditation or a be still person, I'm going to tell you to ask yourself, what do you think works better for you? Which one resonates more, right? Which one serves you? And you can be both, and you can do. You're just going to know what one feels better for different. So it doesn't have to be too complicated, right? It can be really simple, but I definitely hope you do GO2 because I know you're going to be amazing at it. And I know you've had a rough year, and I know you're getting through all of that. And Spirit just said, have faith that good things are on the way for you. Have faith that beautiful things are on the way for you. And Tasha, did you ask me? Oh, yeah. From Spirit Guides. I was told I was getting them, listening to them, just some clarity. Spirit Guides. Yeah, and we'll do the Sias for you, Fatu, after. So, Tasha. In all fairness, everyday life has had you very distracted. You know, and it's kind of like you've had this experience when you felt like things were going right. Somehow things just turned left, and it made it very difficult for you and your family. Um, yeah, they just tell you keep on walking forward. Um, if you're looking for clarity from their communication, you're going to find it best way to get your messages is right in the morning when you're just waking up. You know, like when your eyes just kind of open just slightly and you know you're awake but you're not fully awake. That's where you're going to set the intention to communicate with your spirit, see if there's any questions that you want to ask them, and wait for the answer from your spirit guides. Use that fresh morning time, right when you're going to wake up, right when you open your eyes, and you're going to get the clearest amount of clarity and messages. Try that for the next like 7 to 30 days and see how that works for you. See if it gets any more clear or consistent, because the more you kind of know to tap in and ask those questions to them, because often spirit guides you need to ask the questions, set the intention you want to connect with them, ask for their help, ask for their assistance, or sometimes to say, I need you to help me, and just have faith that it's going to happen and wait for the happening to happen. And I think for you, Tasha, you could Natasha, you could tap into both types of meditation. That's without a doubt. I can do a movie as long as work in life and all things on your way. You're putting on chapstick. Because I like how chapstick feels on my lips. You're most welcome, sweetheart. So, Fatu, any messages from the Sias? Well, let's do. Are we trying to do this embodiment thing again? I only did that at the Heartland, not at home. You are awesome too, my queen, and I love you so much. And I can't wait till you finish GO2. So exciting to even start GO2 again. You're gonna do amazing. The CS for 2. Okay. Oh boy, they are ready. Yo, they are so ready. Oh my gosh, the 2. Literally, it was like, and I know it's them because their speed is like something I've never experienced before. For all of you, if you're gonna have me activate your spiritual gifts, activate your DNA, work with any of these other beautiful healers that are on this line, just know that eventually when you come to experiences like this where you're going to be channeling light language or higher vibrational beings, not entities, okay? Hi, Nina. Oh, of course. Joanne says, I love watching you both, though. Don't leave us out. And no, Joanne, that was the first of the first that you got to see there. They're just so fast. Like, all right. You're asking what to do next. The time has not come, but the time is coming. So you do not ask what to do next. The time is coming. We will tell you when the time has come. Fear not, because we are not fearful. Fear not, because we are love. Fear not, because we are only love. We are only light. Do not worry about your commitments. These commitments require no ties. These commitments require no demands. They are just specifically for us to know whether you are on this mission of love and light for humanity, using the earth, using the water, using our frequency. We've been waiting. We are ready. We are in the background when you are ready. We know power when we see it. We've requested. You have demanded. We have provided. We have shown up. Our frequency may be fast. Our frequency. Our frequency may be fast. Our frequency may be pure. But do not fear. We will do this together. And the invitations will come one by one. The invitations will come one by one. And if you see fit, you shall follow. If you choose not, it is okay, because we do not bother with those who do not want to choose this path. We only choose those that are ready, that are willing, and then have the ability to work on all dimensions and all spaces, all places, and all realities. We see your frequencies. Some are building, some are slower, some are higher, some are friendly, some are fear-based. But you are all coming together as one. We tap in frequency. We tap into your frequency. And we check in on occasion to see when you're ready. So yet the time has not come. Do not fear, do not fret. We are building for this moment. We are building for this future. We are building for humanity. These are ancient foundations that were destroyed. We are rebuilding them. This is your time, this is your space, this is your place. For all of you healers to come together and unite as one. We are united, we have never left. Thank you for agreeing to take this journey with us. Well, and we're back. Oh, God. And this is live and recorded, Fatu and Joanne. I'm going to kill both of you. Ah! Yeah, the dog was definitely feeling the Cias. Oh, my God. It's all good. It's all good, right? So Fatu's question is, how do I use your frequency for the collective? Our collective frequency in yours. It's just that ours has the capacity to be higher and bigger and brighter. Boy, you have 3 of them here today. In all different tones and inflections. And Fatu, you're already tapped in. That is your frequency. So they're ready. They're ready for you. All you have to do is ask. Yeah. They're like so it's kind of like where they had given the image before of putting your hand in the water to send all of that frequency and vibration out for the collective consciousness. This, they kind of gave me like a wall in the light socket, and you're just plugging in, and it's like waves, like whoosh, just whoosh. Kind of like that image you'll get when you think of like bombs, like radioactive ones, like huge ones, like they're like whoosh. It's kind of like that. Um, what the fuck was that? What face? So, here, hold on for two. I'm sending you a link so you can hop on here with me. Here with me, Fatu, you can. No, it's not bombs, silly. It's like how it's like how you just see how it spreads out beautifully and covers space and place and land and all of those things. That's why it's not like a bomb. I'm just saying, just trying to think of like that imagery, right? It's kind of like just energy waves. You can just, and it's beautiful. Yes, Angel. Huh? All right, go ahead. It's fine. Kano's right there. All right. Everybody knows you're talking to me. It's fine. What do you say, Kobe? His what? Oh, I don't know where it is. All right. Love you. Go. Take Rosie inside. So no bombs for two. It's kind of like just love, like spreading love that way. That's the frequency. Like it's just so highly potent. I want you to just think of like it's an electrical charge and it's just like a surge. It just goes boom.
What's going on? Oh, I guess I'm in.
Yes, you are. Fabulous.
Okay. This is going to be very interesting. Only messages of love and light can come through. And yes. I am present. How can I be of help to you?
Hi, Hannah. Yay.
Is it Anna, A-N-N-A, or Hannah, H-A-N-N-H?
H-A-N-N-A-H.
Hello, Hannah. I missed your call and we'll connect later. Okay, go ahead.
I know. I still have to tap into her. Hello. I still have to tap into your mom's higher self. You got to do that. And have that conversation. So for those of you who are on here, we're channeling the Sias. Check on the thing right there. No, you need a pamper. Oh, they should be on the dryer. So yeah, so the Sias are these higher light vibrational beings. And so when we were at GO2, Fatu and I channeled them, but they kind of channeled through me because and it was the first embodied channeling I've ever had, though I channel in all different ways, but their frequency is so like high and high pitch and fast. It's like so it takes me a while for me to actually ground it into like this earthly body where I can process it that way and it's not telepathic. So you kind of got to see some of that thanks to Joanne and Fatu over here. It's different to do it in front of a energetic group, but but it's all good. But yeah, so I'm saying the CIs are definitely present. They're telling you can tap in at any moment, at any time. Is that for you, Fatu? You have to just literally kind of like it's like taking a dive, like shoo. All right, I'm gonna go in and process and feel this and tap in. So you can use their energy for the collective consciousness, for love and light at will, right?
So when it comes to energy healing,
little kind of events,
there are peaks in your life, such as your birthday,
or healing.
Am I
here we go?
Congruent
so it looks,
with you?
It feels like. Are you here?
I am here.
Better?
It is better.
Okay.
And let me know when you want me to talk and not talk, 'cause there's a little bit of delay. So what I want to say to everybody, there's picks in your life, like your birthday, the day you had a child, the day you graduated. Pick moments or events in your life that are epic, that are life changing, or ushering you into a new phase. Let's take your birthday as a high peak moment. In that moment is very potent energy because that's the day you entered the earth. And two people got together. In my day, I know things have changed now. Two people got together and created a whole being. You're a powerful manifestation of God. So in those peak moments, energy is high and things can manifest really fast for you. And this is when you find you're very poised. This is when you find your jade, which is your spine is aligned. You're really nice and tall, connected to the celestial and anchored into Gaia. And so my birthday was March 22nd. When did we get to the Heartland? The 28th?
Yep, 28th.
No, maybe 24th. It
Oh, the
was
24th. You're
early.
right. My bad. I'm
Yeah,
thinking
and
mastermind. 24th.
when we're in a very high vortex place, and this has nothing to do with authentic living or any of that, when you're in a very high vortex place, things manifest very quickly. And apparently there was energy coming into me. The message, the word I got was seer. I have no idea what seers are. Their energy moves very fast. They speak in light language. They're beings of advanced technology and knowledge. So they could filter through me and I can transfer the energy to Brandy for her to translate into the English language. As of now, I think Brandy can speak many languages. I have not witnessed that yet. But one thing you need to know is you always have free will and free choice to choose for yourself what is right with you. And for me to remind you that you're a divine being of creation and you have the power and to own that power within you and not always give it to somebody else. Everything that you need is already within you. Honor yourself and just step into what is right for you in the highest good of all. And know that you come from love and you'll be directed by your guides, the universe or God, whatever needs to happen for you and how you serve the yourself, the community, and the planet. It's a very humbling experience for me because I am now tapped
Tatsu, talk
into
a little louder.
I am tapped into collective knowledge, and some things are for me to reveal and some things are not for me to reveal. But all I know is there's so much love in my heart, and that's all I need to understand right now is to hold the love frequency. And what comes in is for love and not anything. There's some energy going around about entities and attachment. Remember, you have the power to choose. Nothing can come or go against your will. You're a child of God, you're a child of light, whatever feels resonant with you. I know you're safe and protected at all times. Was that loud enough?
Well, you can talk a little louder. And Melanie said, why am I getting emotional? So it's very normal, Mel, for you to get emotional, whether if it's in her presence, my presence, like it happens. It's just
Mm-hmm.
because there's such pure potency of love, it touches your heart and it touches your soul and allows you to just feel depths of emotion. So know that that's very, very normal. And it's
And
nice to have
remember,
someone witness you,
yeah,
right?
remember the moment you feel emotional, that's your higher self witnessing the divine unconditional love that you are. When you were born, you were not broken, but you've learned programming. And those harsh kind of energies and realities are some of the things you've come to transmute and to also bring light to on the world. You are worthy of this planet. And if you never did anything else and took care of your energy and your frequency, you do protect us from evaporating from this galaxy. You hold the balance. You're very important in whatever energy you're in right now because it does bring that balance for humanity and for the planet. And we're truly grateful for your existence, whatever it looks like right now. But you have the power to change it. And it comes from your heart. Your heart is more powerful, and the love that runs in your heart is more powerful than any battle that you might go against. I'm one that does not like dark and don't want to go there. I want to go to the pretty side of things. But recently, hanging out with Brandy, unfortunately, we have to take love to places where love does not exist because we're the only
Yes.
light that can go there. But
Yeah.
we do it in increments, in situations, and in steps that feel attainable for us. Sometimes it's just breathing, sometimes it's just laughing, sometimes it's smiling at a stranger, sometimes it's brushing your teeth. Yes, it is brushing your teeth. I am open to any questions at this moment. This took its all a whole new life of it.
Mm-hmm.
How
And it's
can I be
interesting because
supportive
Hannah
to anybody
said,
that's a lot?
I got, yeah, Hannah says, I got 2 of them last week come to me, but I think she said 24. So I don't know if she meant 2 of the Sias came or 24. And she said, I thank them for letting me part of meeting them. So that was exciting.
Okay, Anna, clarify. 20. Ooh, what's this? For Melanie, what is this? I don't understand this emoji. Brandy, what's this?
And Chris,
Why?
oh, that's like kind of like shaking my head.
Oh,
Like, ugh, she's like, why am I getting so emotional shaking my head? So it's just, yeah. So then she was like, oh, because now she understands it.
okay,
Oh,
Joanne
the
in
24
Spanish,
on the
like,
date
I
Rapper
love
Heartland.
your
Gotcha.
hair. Girl, there's so much fake hair in my closet. I could be a different woman every day. It's part of my thing, you know.
Ow. Awesome, Hannah. Oh, so wait, Christina said, that was awesome. Is there any messages from me, from anyone that wants to come over through of love and light?
Which
So that's
Christina is
Christina.
this?
From
With a Z?
GO3. Yeah, Zitrova.
All right,
My baby.
Christina.
You know what's crazy about Christina though? I see her face in people now all the time everywhere I go. Even today. Even I took my sons to a birthday party. I'm like, oh my gosh, Christina's showing up with me everywhere. So we're
Christina, tell your guides to speak English. They're
to
speaking a
channel for
language I
you.
don't understand.
I'm gonna grab a beverage.
Tell Christina, tell them to speak English. I don't understand the language they are saying.
Finish that.
Okay, so Christina's gonna speak English. Unless Brandy, you can translate whatever they're speaking. It is a foreign language to me. Okay, I see. Melanie, what are you seeing? So for Hannah, she says she is learning that since she has removed the wall from her heart, she is now allowing the love to flow in more and come into her. Anna, you have such a beautiful heart and you have such compassion for the planet and humanity. And I do not see you not actually stepping into your gift to where you emanate love in the highest good of all. It's such a pleasure to be in your presence, and everybody that you touch will feel your love. And we're truly grateful that you come from that space. Melanie says she's feeling the love. Thank you for being part of this collective content and for sharing your love. We love you deeply and we appreciate the love that you're emitting for all of us and for the collective in the highest good of all.
Yeah, we need to get her into GL1.
Oh, okay. Joanne, why are you hiding? Where is Joanne?
I don't know. She might have hopped off.
Okay.
What about, is there any messages for Hannah?
Christina is talking about a son got hurt.
Right. So she said she missed it.
Missed what? What did you miss, Christina? We're
What you
here
were
for
saying.
you. Oh, sorry, love. It's this whole thing about Brandy and G. I'm still trying to figure this thing out. But the parameters that I've set around it, that only love and light can come through. And so far, I have not had anything out of the ordinary, but just peace and just settling into what it is. I'm excited about what's unfolding. My kids are challenging me. I'm burping a lot. My kids are challenging me in the most positive way that is actually gearing me for growth. And my sister, who does not even know I practice energy today, sent me a very beautiful energy message saying, whenever you're ready to grow, life and things will show up that you need to heal. And I asked her, I said, who trained you? You have an awesome coach. I want her. And she said, you did. I was like, oh, what is going on? So I feel for me there's growth growing on, and there's a few things that are coming up that I need to heal and that I need to transform might be a good idea, transform and transmute in the highest good of all to get to the next level so I can serve in the highest good of all with all the love that God can allow me to house.
Yeah, I love that. So Tasha also said, if there's any words for her, they're welcome. And also for Hannah, if there's any messages for her. And Melanie said, I've
So
been talking
Tasha,
about. Yeah, go ahead.
all your answers are in your heart. Do not give your power away. Be decisive and stay at 12 o'clock. Being in alignment with things that feel good and light you up will light up the way for where you need to go next. I hope that helps, Tasha. What's next? Anna. Anna, continue building your home, continue infusing love, and release your notions on how things need to be. And remember, when your son gets healed, everything will be in the highest good for you, for your grandson, for the community, and the collective consciousness. Melanie, the answers are embedded in your DNA. As you continue to heal yourself and uncover the truths about you and infuse love in every cell of your being, so will these issues be resolved, and love will be the only thing that will be emitting from them. You do have the power to connect with your divine self and really go deep into your heart. Your intention is going to be very powerful. You're 80% water. Water holds memory, but that also gives you an opportunity to reprogram what's stored in that cell and in that DNA. Go ahead and start healing from a place of love. I think I answered all of them, unless I missed
Yeah,
something.
I think so. And Hannah, your grandson is going to be a pioneer for your next generation. So
He's so
know that all
sweet.
of these, he is, and all of these experiences that he has had or will have are only going to help build his foundation and lens to be able to connect with other people. So
And the message that I'm getting for anybody that's watching this now or later, know that you're loved and know that you're part of God, divine universe, whatever resonates with you. And because you're part of that, you do have the ability to heal everything within you and also to emit from a place of love to affect the world in such a beautiful, loving way. Know you're worthy of the things that you desire and know that the universe will never be depleted of the resources that you need for you to shine your light in the highest good of all. Always come from love, always come from truth, and always filter that in your heart. Not your physical heart, but your divine heart. And when times are hard, have grace and sympathy for yourself and nurture yourself, and that is self care in the way that suits you, in the highest good of all. We love you very much and we're here to support you. But remember, you have free will and free choice to practice that which you choose in the highest good of all.
Yes. Yeah. And if you didn't read the book, Eight Secrets of Powerful Manifestation,
Yes!
Mandy
Okay, you
Morris.
guys, if you cannot read the book, sleep with it under your pillow. I haven't even told Mandy this. Magic happens with that.
Yes. It's called Eight Secrets to Powerful Manifestation with Mandy Morris. So read it, buy
My
it, put it
kids
on
are reading
audiobook,
this
whatever you
book.
got to do. For my
I
clients, you can
have
get it for big.
teenagers reading that book.
Yes, me too. Tasha, you asked what my website. My website is called savingmygrace.com.
Yeah, Brandy.
So we all have the power to save our own grace. So savingmygrace.com. And for all of you, just know that this is going to be an incredible next 6 months. And we are going to have so much more love and opportunities for love, opportunities for compassion, opportunities for forgiveness, opportunity to manifest the life that we.
Did I freeze? Joanne,
I
where
ducked
are
out. My
you?
niece is
Joanne's
back
like,
here. I had
Fatu,
to.
don't call my name out.
Here, here, baby.
All right, you guys,
Yeah,
I
but just
love
know these
you
next
and
6 months are
take
going to
good
be
care of
powerful.
yourself.
I love you.
If
Thank
you
you,
have
Fatu.
any
You're the
questions,
bomb.com.
ask Brandy. She knows all the answers. I'm just here for love.
And so does Fatu. Fatu, how do
Uh,
how do people
oh my
reach you?
God. New Jersey looks so. Are you in New Jersey? It looks so beautiful. Your sun is amazing. Hi, baby.
This is Kobe. This is my
Hey,
niece.
Kobe. That's your
I'm
niece?
in
Where's
upstate.
your son?
Oh, he's at the park with my other niece. Yeah, they're playing because we have water in there. So
Brandy, thank you for letting me hop on this. I'm so glad I caught it. Thank you so much for
but yeah, it was
everybody's
beautiful
beautiful
today.
energy.
Oh,
I
so
love you
Joanne's
all.
there,
Take
Fatu.
care. I know, I'm going to bug her after this. All right, you guys, take care. I
And she
almost
just
said
hopped
have a
back on.
fantastic weekend. It's only Tuesday.
I know. Yeah, you guys are amazing. So
All
I
right,
love you all.
love you guys.
Thanks for joining this
Bye.
fun. Yes, Facebook Live. Oh shoot, Nina, I didn't answer your question. My poor Nina. Any messages for you? Let's see, Nina. Kobe, what messages do we got for Nina? You don't know? You know, this right here is an ancient soul. She knows far more than we could ever imagine. But you are most welcome, Joanne. Ooh, you have a healing with Joanne next? Yes. So for you, Nina, what do we have for messages? Your ancestors are acknowledging how much work you've done on healing you and healing the family. They also are acknowledging that there's a karmic release coming up in the next 6 to 9 months. That's going to be a big one.